look here. These things must never be taken for granted.
I'm sorry, Chappers, I do not hear that linkage coming out of the party sufficiently enough. Because let me tell you this, and I don't have to go around telling you, the performance of the government must be weighted against what they inherited.
Yes, sir. I agree with you.
And let me tell you this, the government's performance is monumentally more than it is than it's been made it out to be. It is significantly impressive.
And neighbor, and that is why you'd have heard me say this time and time again on your program. I don't believe in highlighting the achievements of the government without stating exactly where we are coming from, without making a comparison, right? And one of the things you talk about, you use an analogy about a car. A man crash a car and he goes into the auto mechanic, the body shop, right, to have it repaired. That repair, at the extent that the time that it will take to repair will depend
depending on the significance of the damage.
Exactly.
And the skills of the mechanic.
Right?
Yes.
Right? And the skills of the mechanic. Yes.
Right?
And had it not been for the skills of a whole.
Right? And one of the things, that the challenge we have, the real challenge, is not the achievement, that is not that the achievement of a government is not enough. Is to get the people to understand it that way. The same way Chapad explained it earlier, to understand that where we are coming from, what we have inherited, and where we are now. And not only to stop there, but to tell them and to get them to understand where we are going. Because a lot of persons don't know where we are going. You have many persons still talking about country going in the wrong direction. Because they don't know what the right direction is.
There's a song they sing in church. Remind me, dear Lord. Show me where you brought me from and where I could have been. Jamaicans need to be reminded.
Well, that's why I have no qualms, and I spend a lot of my waking moments for the last few years telling and reminding people of the historical past of this country. I remind them of the 70s under the PNP when we lost a significant portion of our GDP, and I remind them of the 1990s again when the PNP ruled and we lost this country. I have no problem in reminding persons. When you flirt with the idea of voting for a PNP government, this is what you are voting for. If any comrade can come on any platform and point out to me the past performance of any PNP administration that has contributed to Jamaica in a positive way, then I will yield. But until then, I will continue to remind Jamaicans that since independence, 1962, when we gained independence, never, not one single period that the PNP ruled this country that we have seen economic growth and development.
I think I would love to do an entire program. I would love to do an entire program with your chops, just exploring where we're coming from. I think it is very important.
It's very important.
It is. We should do that, neighbor. We should.
Very important.
Every voter going to the ballot box need to
know. They must know, neighbor, that in 1967, between 67 and 72, we had the highest economic growth in the country's history. People must know these things.
Yes, sir.
And the PNP took the government, and between 1972 and 1980, they crashed it because they have absolutely no idea of how to run a country.
Yeah. I remember hearing a prime minister saying that Air Jamaica was in the air and couldn't land.
Look here. When PNP left this country, there were cargo ships in the harbor with supplies that could not land because the checks weren't paid.
I heard Mr. Gole say the Prime Minister of Jamaica had to be negotiating to pay the landing fee.
And Michael Manley, sir, neighbor, under PNP and Michael Manley, private sector had to pay police and teachers and nurses. You know that?
Exactly.
Grace Kennedy had to do that.
It was so bad under Michael Manley
But
that it was Grace Kennedy and other private sector companies.
That far. If we are going to talk about this, let us not go back that far, sir. Sir, there was hopelessness in Jamaica. I'm telling you, I've seen it, I've lived it, I saw it. Hopelessness. Even as a boy, when I left high school, there was no possibility of me getting a job over in Mandeville. Get what? I was not there. You understand me? And so listen to me. When you people head into the polls, need to understand. I'm not telling you who to vote for, you know. But
I am telling them who to vote for.
I think they must be informed. And the thing about information, chops, is that if you inform a man, he will make the right decision.
That is true.
Ultimately,
well,
exactly.
God give us free will, sir. And him not tell us, say, serve me and leave out, say it. No, he says, here are the facts. You choose. And if I
and that is why the Choose Jamaica captures in a name. That is what the Choose Jamaica. That's the message that the Choose Jamaica is sending, right? To make calculated decisions and informed decisions. Because what is saying to you, you know, right? Look at what is happening, right? And choose the Jamaica that you want to live in. Choose the Jamaica from which you can benefit, right? Because benefit more. Because we have to understand, you know, and we really need to encourage that thinking, because a man either thinking a PNP or JLP, I don't care, good JLP performer or good JLP performer.
My grandmother, sir, we don't have enough monuments. My grandmother used to walk from Manchester to Kingston or ride a donkey. They created a path for us. There were times in Jamaica when people broke rockstone to build roads.
Yes.
We are benefiting today. You see the young people today? And I mean, not even if them are listening. We have to get them to listen. That the benefits they are enjoying in the society cost us, you know. We suck salt through the spoon, you know.
Well, that is why we're going to have to tailor. We're going to have to tailor our campaign, our political campaigning, our political messaging. I think the JLP is doing significantly better than they have done in the past.
Yes.
I think the message is
if you are
solid.
20 years old,
it's a solid message, you know, neighbor.
We are compromised.
This is a solid campaign and a solid message, you know.
Oh.
There has never been a time in this country, whether JLP or PNP, from 1962 until now, either party, none has ever been able to go to the Jamaican people and say to them, vote for us, because here is what we have done. This is the first time.
Well, you know why I know that you are speaking the truth. It is because of how many persons are prepared to associate themselves with the Labour Party publicly.
Think about it. Think about it. You just go down the list of achievement, my brother. And that's what I'm saying to you. I have absolutely no doubt that the JLP is going to win 52 seats. You know? I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to win 52 seats. Because 2020, when the Jamaican people went to the poll, the JLP never had 50% of the achievement they have today completed. They went to the people in 2020 promising to deliver some of the things that has been accomplished.
I have 5 minutes. Nature's Way. Let's hear your question, and then I have to ask the gentlemen online to give us their final take. Chops, we need to arrange a talk, you know, man.
Anytime you're ready, man. I'm willing and ready. I mean, I'd love to.
Yes, I really want. I really want us to link the present to the past for the listeners.
Any day you're ready, my brother.
Nature's Way.
Any day you're ready, I'll flip my laptop open and I'll get it going for you.
Thank you. I'm going to ask my moderator to be in touch with you. We'll send that up for next week. But we have to do it over 2 days.
No problem.
One day too small.
Not a problem.
Too many things to cover, because we need to make people understand that a 42% reduction in crime is no mean feat. Chops.
It's significant. The only time I've ever had that was in 1980.
You don't just get there so. Yes.
The only time we have ever had 52% reduction in murder was between 1980 and 1989
Gentlemen,
under
good
the
evening.
JLP.
Go ahead, sir. You don't have a lot.
Blessings, sir.
Yeah, man. Good evening to you all.
Yes.
I'm listening, everyone, and yeah, you guys have some valid point. But one of the things that I would love to see where we move away from, because you know, I'm someone of the 70s, and one of the things that I would love us to see us doing is, because the politics has destroyed us over the years, and
not destroyed.
Yeah, we need to send.
Not destroyed. My brother, it has not destroyed us. We're still here.
It has been very destructive. It has been very destructive.
No, we're still here.
It has been based on how we have delivered. Based on how we have delivered. Based on how we have delivered the messages, we are politicizing it too much. Instead of getting the truth across, we can send it across without politicizing.
But is that the clergy is that the church that is doing it, sir? It is the politicians that are doing it. It's a politician who sits in parliament. Right. It's a politician who makes sure that you have medicine if your mother is sick. It's a politician who makes sure that you have road.
All right, listen up now. I'm not disputing that, but we are also helping when we are sending across a message, like oh, you guys are making some reference.
What is the question, respectfully, sir? We don't have a lot of time.
I'm getting to that. But I just want us to clarify something, because I'm thinking that this is a time where we really need to, when we're sending across some messages to the younger populace, we need not to really send a message as if we are telling people vote for PNP or vote for JLP. If we are delivering the truth about what happened in the 70s, come on up and so on, we do that, and we have the data to show that, yeah. But then you allow people now to analyze it and then make a choice of their own and so on. But
to the question, my brother.
I'm thinking that we need to move away from the hardcore, politics. Anyway, my question is, I don't know if you noticed I was asking if you guys are from the country, are you? And most of the people what notice, I'm not on social media all that, but somehow this evening we just come on and I scroll through.
Everybody on the platform lives in Jamaica, sir. Everybody on the platform resides in Jamaica.
But you know what happened? You have to understand, say, I'm a countryman. And
yes.
My guys in Kingston who grew up in Kingston, I hear the brother here because I'm a man. I was in Manchester for some time. And I hear he made reference to was it your grandmother or something? And may I say, well, at least you should have had some better understanding what life is like in the country versus in Kingston. And
my brother, sorry.
So the question
about is context, brother. Context. And I'm speaking about monuments along the way. I'm saying to you that
you had a question there, neighbor. He said he had a question. I'm curious to hear the question.
Yeah, I'll get into it again. The fact is, sir, that we have to place in people's mind where we are coming from to appreciate where we are. So you know, sir, to go to Ocho Rios, you could leave Spanish Town at 10 o'clock and be in Ocho Rios at 10:30.
Right now, you can. In 45 minutes,
you can do that, sir.
Yes, I'm aware.
I wonder if you know.
20 years ago. How long would it take you 20 years ago?
It would take you 2 or 3 hours to get to Ochi, or maybe 4.
Going through Mount Rushmore, depending on if a truck. If a truck broke down on Mount Rushmore,
the Melrose is that.
I used to traverse them roads.
Yes, and so the point I'm making
to Kingston
is that people who are born the other day, they don't even know that route around there. They've never driven there.
Yeah,
Sir,
I understand.
like, you know what time I overheat
point,
that? You know what time I overheat over that hill? I remember I had a Mitsubishi. It couldn't climb the hill. Have you stopped?
I brought down for Mount Ross and I left my van.
Yes. I think we like to say don't politicize it, but when you don't, what you find that people don't know which party to support, and people don't pay attention, right, to understand the different policies of the different parties. So we love to say, oh, don't politicize it.
Look,
but
if you follow these people foresight, they take away from the persons who are doing the work.
Exactly.
If you follow them in this country, you hear me?
You know,
exactly. Every day
I go to Mandeville often, and I can leave Old Harbour 5 o'clock, and I am in Mandeville at 6, and back to Old Harbour by 7 o'clock. So, you know,
it takes me 33 minutes to get to Manchester from Spanish Town now, you know.
You're driving
33 minutes, and I've done it about 10 times. And every time I do it, I clock myself. 33 minutes.
But guess what? Sometimes for the fun, you know, the highway, because sometimes I do use it, but you miss out on a lot of things with the highway, because even you don't go through porous anymore from that end.
So you want to go? So you would prefer? No, would you prefer to have
it? I use it. I do use it. But I'm saying sometimes you come through porous, the village people, you get to give them. Can you see they come out?
You're a PNP supporter, sir? May I ask? Are you a PNP supporter?
Neither PNP nor JLP. I'm non-PR or whatever, whatsoever.
That's the problem, man. You have to get in there. You know, did you know a neutral vehicle don't get anywhere? Did you know that, sir?
Pardon?
That a neutral vehicle, that is neutral, goes nowhere?
Well, depending on your location.
It may run.
Really? So Nature's Way, based on what is happening now, which party you think? No, Nature's Way, you sound like a man who's concerned about what is happening in the country. Based on what you're seeing now, which party do you think is the best party to lead Jamaica?
Well, all right. Let me give you let me get a little snaps of my understanding how this thing works. You see,
listen.
It's not about.
I'm late for another appointment.
It's not about the best party for me. No. A result me deal with. Me is need a PNP.
But result. Who do you believe have provided the best result of the two political parties that rule the country? You would have seen the PNP between the 1990s, the rule in the 70s, and the rule in the 90s, and you would have seen the JLP in the 80s and in the.
I believe that both parties have made significant
Tell me the significant contribution that the PNP has made.
I believe.
Before you reach out to chapter, which one is better? Let me answer. Which one you think?
No, it's because you're probably on a side why you're so passionate.
I am on a side.
Right.
Proudly so.
But it's the truth. Right. What is the truth he's talking, sir? He's talking facts when he speaks. He's not looking around to find anything. He's telling you what's coming off his lip.
One simple question. You said both political parties have contributed. What did you say after contribute?
So are you saying then that the PNP hasn't done anything?
I didn't say that. I'm asking you
they are never
to tell
good for
me
Jamaica.
what they have
done. They are never good for Jamaica. They are never
I'm
good for Jamaica.
I'm asking you, sir, to tell me what it is. Hold on a second. What it is that the PNP has done that I should be mindful of, please.
Really, I hear you're talking about the highway, how fast you can reach Mandeville and from your cut out Mount Ross and all of that and so on. Which part? Where are you giving that credit to? Which one of the parties are you giving that credit to?
All right, Let me tell you what happened. Do you know where the funding came from to build the first leg of the highway on the PJ Patterson?
I understand that.
No, do you know? I'm asking you.
Yes, but I do understand that. But
right, so do you?
The word that you said, under.
Yes, but there's context to that.
You need road.
So while the road started on the PJ, while the road, the highway started on the Percival James Patterson, we have to put it in context. There's a huge difference between how the economy is run now and when it was then. Bouygues, the contractor who did that, is a French company, and this was a loan to Jamaica.
The contractor who did that is a French company. And this was
no, we're running a country.
The contractor who did that is
somebody's recording. So now we're building highways.
Recording the program, sir.
Now we're building highways and we're not borrowing money, sir. So I would say to you, and a matter of fact, the level of cost overrun that we had when we had the Highway 2000 project, I don't even want to go back there because I can pull up the documents now with the high level of cost overruns that we had and the value we got for money based on the loan that was given to us and the French company that came in, Bouygues, the French company that came in and did those projects.
I could go into some overruns here on the
where?
Government.
Please, sir.
I don't want to get into the politics.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I don't want to get into the politics.
Give me one. No, sir. Give me one overrun.
That is where
Give me one.
So neighbor, you see, man is a PMP.
Sir,
and
sir, just
give me
one.
It has nothing to do with that. You see what
sir, whether you're PMP or JLP, doesn't matter.
It has nothing to do with
Sir,
that.
you open up the door and I'm going to walk through it, sir. Please provide me with one project under the JLP that has cost overrun attached to it.
I will not.
Please, sir. What you just say?
I will not. No, I'm not. I've said it.
Then defend it, man. Come on.
Because if we cannot have a mature discussion. If we a gentleman has just pointed out if your sister the man a PNP, I'm tell you I'm not
forget about that one. Forget about that one. I'm just asking you a question. Because you made a very good point. And you said, look, I can point out a few projects under the JLP that has cost overrun.
I'm not into politics. I'm just
tell me one,
you guys.
Sir, just tell me one. I'm not going to accuse you of being a PNP or JLP. I ask you, and you say you're neutral. So I'm asking you, which project under the JLP that came back at the end of it with a cost overrun? Please, sir, I wait for you.
I'm gone.
Good night. You see, that is the kind of stupidness and political sophistry they like to come and they live with. he is political. Or else you'd hear the live and skip past it. It's not to join the conversation. You are political, sir.
No, because
you are political.
The JLP achievements is being highlighted, right? HR. It is disturbing to him. That is why you hear is talking about, we need not politicize the achievements.
People don't want to politicize these things because they don't want to give credit where credit to the
Exactly.
They don't want to give
wanted to go.
That is what it
is. In this time, people don't want to accept that JLP is doing this good work.
And it's not it's not a JLP thing. It's Andrew Holness that they don't want to give the credit to.
Right.
And he didn't go to one of the sophisticated high schools in Kingston. He's not a part of the society, the societal groups,
the old school boy club,
and the elite fews. Right. So for like a boy from Spanish Town who grew up in a board house can come and create policies and run this country and make the others look like them gonna try. They don't like that. They don't want that.
Thank you very much, Chapa.
No,
they don't want that.
Bad mind. Not mind.
I realize a lot of persons have not accepted that they were taught from early to hate the Jamaica Labour Party. So because they were taught like that, they can't seem to understand that they are hating without a reason. Because I can't see I can't understand why the first government that is doing so well for you as a people, you're failing to acknowledge it. I was looking at the whole thing about the reduction in poverty, and I wasn't paying much attention, but I hear a lot of commentators point to a particular media outlet that did not give highlight to it. And I'm saying that is weird, because if this is such a milestone, how the primary, what I would consider the primary media, mainstream media in the country not giving highlight to it. We don't seem to want to
The Gleaner is more political than the PNP, my brother. The Gleaner is more political than the PNP.
It is crazy to me. It is crazy to me that we would rather sacrifice the progress we're making just to put in somebody we like. I am normally not openly vocal enough, but when I realize what is happening, I realize that I have a responsibility to start being more vocal.
You have to, my brother, and I appreciate that. We want more like you. We want more people like you to get into the fold. Because look here, make no mistake about it, you know.
Chaps, are you first? I tell you, are you was the one who me pop up on social media and say, well, because I used to believe that, well, if I stay out of this thing, just do what I do silently.
That's what I used to
I realized that, you know, but when I listen to you and I get more tuned to this, I don't miss a newscast. I don't miss no information being sent out because I want to come with facts. I don't run with propaganda and all this.
No, sir, Bridget, I pride myself, you know. I have a library, you know. When it comes to budget presentations from back in the 90s, I have them, you know. I don't miss Parliament on a weekly basis, you know. Parliament is a must for me every week, you know.
Yes, man. And when I listen to you, and then I pick up on connecting the dot, and he's wheeling off these information which are right there, you know, I realize that, listen, I can't remain silent anymore. I have to get involved in this because what I see is a narrative.
We took a deliberate approach, you know, my brother. Myself and a few others, you know, we took a deliberate approach about a year ago.
And that is the thinking that is being encouraged.
A team of people, you know, educate them and inform them, you know, and load them up